Alright, so while it's fresh in my mind, I wanted to make a video about something that I just saw. I'm out here walking. It's about 8 o'clock on a Sunday morning. Nice and quiet. Dreary, but comfortable. And I see this woman. She's got her beagle out in one of the more woodsy parts of the apartment complex here. And she's barking at the dog, trying to get it, yelling orders at the dog, trying to get it to go to the bathroom. She's sitting there and the dog's walking around, doing what dogs do, sniffing at the leaves and looking for scents, and probably just happy to be outside and not in an apartment complex, not in a, stuck up in an apartment room. And she's yelling at this dog. She's saying, "Go, come on," trying to get this thing to go to the bathroom. And I just wanted to run over and be like, hey, you know that this is a living thing that has needs of its own, independent of you, right? Because I just felt so bad for this poor thing that was there being yelled at by its owner. The dog doesn't have any keys. It can't go to the bathroom when it wants to. It basically has to conform its schedule to the schedule of the owner. And she's just like being really mean, and I felt bad for this dog who's got to live with this insane person. I've heard some really bad ones. I've heard people yell at dogs like they're fully grown human adults, right? Saying like really complex sentences. But this wasn't like that. But it still just made me feel bad because the dog's got no idea what's going on. He just wants to get out and sniff around and be a dog a little bit and not be pent up in a room or left alone for hours on end, I'm sure. And he's getting yelled at by a crazy person. And so I just wanted to mention that when you decide to own a pet, it's a responsibility that's probably bigger than you think. I mean, it's a living thing that's going to be with you and that you basically have total control over. So you have to be a little bit compassionate and consider its feelings, I think, when you own a pet or own a dog. Like going out at 8 o'clock in the morning and taking it for a walk and making sure it gets to go to the bathroom. That's what you sign up for. That's a part of it. All right, you have to know this in advance of buying the dog. It's going to need affection. It's going to need not only food and water, but it's going to need to play. Same thing with a cat. Don't get a cat if you don't like emptying litter boxes, because guess what? Cats go to the bathroom in litter boxes, and sometimes it smells like a human popped a squat right up in that thing. But that's just a part of cat ownership. You have to accept that when you get the animal. And one of my friends, Dr. Gallagher, told me one time that most people don't want a pet, they want a stuffed animal. And that was a really, really good quote. Thank you, Lindsay. It was a fantastic quote because it's so true. It nicely sums up what the deal is when people want to get pets. They just look cute and they want to bring them home and don't want any of the responsibility. So I wanted to walk over to this lady and just like shove her down and steal her keys and be like, all right, look, you go do whatever it is that you got to go do. I'll chill here with the dog. I'll make sure that he gets walked and goes to the bathroom. At the end of it all, I'll let him back in. I'm not going to steal any of your stuff. I'll just lock it up. No problem. You can send me a text when you get back from work or whatever it is that you do, and I'll bring you the key, and no problem. Like the crazy person that I am. But that's it. Just wanted to say that. Be a little bit more considerate if you decide on owning a pet. Know that it's alive and it has its own needs. And say thank you very much for watching.